stay with him. Way to stay with him. And one.
Switch some ball screens and we wanted to foul on the floor. I told the official, let's put them on the line and we're not going to foul when it's on the floor. And that was the plan. And then sometimes the best laid plans, it didn't work. We did a good job actually guarding it, and I think in that situation Casey thought, well, there's only 3 or 4 seconds left. He's in a tough spot, but we tried to foul and didn't do it very well. But so that was tough. So I thought we showed some great grit and resolve in overtime. As I told Jimmy in the radio, I said there were some really good moments, for both teams. Guys making plays. They were without, Childress, which is a big loss for them. We were without Cody, and There were certainly good moments on both teams, and then there were certainly some head-scratcher moments where you just scratch and say, well, that was interesting on both teams. That's part of teams, you know, continuing to try to find themselves and grow through different experiences. But I thought Danny had his guys ready without a key scorer, and they moved the ball, and some of their kids stepped up. So I told them that after. I know that stings because both of us had our chances to win it. We need it, you know, they played zone every possession, and with our shooting percentages, you know, people are either gonna, some people, not all, but are gonna really back off. So he hit those 7 threes. We didn't make another 3 except Jay, and Jay's been playing really well for us. He didn't have one of his better games today, but he's really been playing well up to this point. But to come in off the bench and bang that 3, my hat goes off to him because that was huge, and that was the only other 3 besides Thomas. But Thomas, you need that. He stretched the defense, and he certainly, you know, he can shoot it, and that was really good to see, even though I don't know what our overall percentage was for the game, but we'll take anybody making them, so good game for Thomas. So that's an adjustment. I know he came from a community college, and he actually had surgery, so he missed the end of his year. He had a wrist surgery similar to what happened to Braxton. So, you know, I think some of that was part of the issue, but just playing, this is, whether you're a high school senior coming in and playing in your first year or your first experience from community college to this level. So I think he's continuing to learn the system and where he can be aggressive, and you know, he's unaffected. He's not afraid to shoot, and I like that. He just takes some shots. He'll make 2 or 3. He might shoot an air ball and take the next one, and I like that. And he's a lefty, so that's another good thing. And he's Italian, so that's even another good thing. Every game we've lost, we've either been ahead or tied under 4 or 5 minutes, and you know, it's for this team, how do you figure out how to win? And that was deflating how it ended in regulation, but the ability to, whether it was come up with a stop, get an offensive rebound. Again, we had some moments where we missed free throws, missed some breakaways, missed dunks, you know, all those things happen. But, and certainly Wake Forest had some things they did too, and they had something to do with it. But to come out away with one was important, because in this league, as you're seeing, you know, who's ever ready and whoever's playing the best has a chance. It doesn't seem like there's some excellent teams, but everybody's in play. Well, I thought we had, again, some breakdowns that didn't need to happen to allow them to hit some of those open shots, just some breakdowns, and then we fouled them. We kept putting them on the line, and they got a lot of their points at the free throw line, and that kind of got them going. Had some shaky play in the start of the second half, but there's so many possessions in a game, and you just kind of keep knocking, keep playing. You know, and the guys, again, showed some play, whether it was X-factor plays, keeping the ball alive off of a free throw rebound, tip plays, just battling. So I like, again, the grit. Someone told me, they said, your team's gritty, they don't have moxie yet down the stretch. Well, hopefully we showed some grit, and we're moving that needle a little closer to having some composure down the stretch. And that's a process, but big win for us, and again, very thankful, and we'll learn a lot. And now I said, we put it behind, and now we get ready for an excellent team on Tuesday. At the end of regulation or at the end of overtime? Yeah, we said, now we're up 2, we're not trying to foul this time. Let's make sure we got it really, we said it 3 or 4 times. We just had, you know, make them earn, and I said, let's get a rebound and get out of here. Well, thankfully, we didn't need to get a rebound because we did a pretty good job defending, and, you know, who had the ball? It was Sar. He kind of looked like, oh, Lord, he's going to be there and get to the rim, but time ran out. And I think Momedy was there, but it was just try to be sound, make him make a tough shot, don't bail him out with a foul, and be ready to rebound. And I think we did initially a good job to start it, but they had good action. Danny runs good stuff, late game stuff. That's all his NBA experience. They got some tricky stuff.
Take one more right here.
Coach, Kie is always so poised within the flow of the offense, but when defenders kind of sag off him a bit at the top of the key, do you want him to take that 3 more? Or
for sure. I told him to. I thought he hesitated. He passed up a couple where just catch and shoot rhythm. Sometimes when you kind of measure it and eye it up, and they got a piece of the one he shot. Though that's tough. You know, when we played Syracuse, when either you're not feeling your shot and they're almost daring you, you have to take some, and then, you know, he was getting in the paint. And, you know, he has a lot. He balls in his hands a whole lot. He tried to move it around a little more and go inside, but absolutely, if the look is there and it's at the right time, you have to step up and shoot it with confidence, and we'll keep working on that.
Okay. Love it. You players.
Anytime you lose, it's not a pleasant feeling or the desired outcome that you want. Having said that, I thought, you know, we got off to a slow start. offensively. Virginia's been known to do that to some teams. I thought we did well enough on defense to keep it close. I thought we went for a stretch, I think like 9 minutes or so. We didn't score any points, but we were in the ballgame because of our defense. I thought we did some good things well offensively, shooting the ball. I thought we were 6 of 9 from 3 at one point. And then in the second half, we didn't shoot it as well from 3. But I thought our guys put ourselves in a situation to win the ball. We had some guys make some plays. We had some guys play really, really well. Disappointed in the outcome, but definitely happy with the fight that our guys displayed. Just out there. Well, you know, we wanted to defensively. We thought the more bodies we brought into the play, the tougher we would be to the shot. So we wanted Torrey to attack with a head of steam, and he was able to do that and come off. And we just wanted to get something in two-man game. We didn't know if they were going to switch. Remember, is a really good defender. He's been switching some. Sometimes he hadn't, and it was just kind of a read. Torrey flipped it back, and you know, we just didn't get a shot up in time. That's what we were looking for, something in two-man. He's got somebody guarding him in his chest. You know, Key's a pretty good defender. He's got to take care of it and get the attack loaded and get over the free throw line if possible. And I thought, you know, we just didn't get a shot up in time. You know, that's what happened to him. Foot injury happened a couple of days ago. Thought he'd be able to play today. Didn't get cleared. Hopefully we'll be back sometime soon.
And you want that Sharon back soon?
Sharon is dealing with a family situation right now. And that is kind of played out to how it's going to play out. I just didn't like how we were flowing up. I didn't like where we were spaced out in the corner, so it's called time. We were going into the ball game like all of you. Virginia was an outstanding defensive team. You know, don't be surprised by that. They clogged it up on a lot of people. I thought we did have some really good ball movements and had some opportunities to make some shots. And in the first half we did. We were 6 of 9 from 3. On the second half, not as much. I thought we did a pretty decent job of taking on the double team once we threw it in the post to NBA. You know, we just didn't make enough plays to win the ball.
What do you think about Andrien's play today? You never took him out, played 45 minutes. What did he do for you?
21 points, drew 8 fouls. You know, had 3 steals, had a couple of assists, got to the free throw line 11 times. Yeah, they're playing like that, man, they're not coming out. Yeah, you have TV timeouts. He never asked me to come out. Hasn't been cleared yet, Connor. That's all I can tell. I'm not a doctor, guys. I don't evaluate them. I don't diagnose it. I just wait for them to tell me they're ready to go, and then we implement them in the game plan. So hopefully, you're right. He's been out on the court doing some things. Hopefully, we can get him back sometime soon. Disappointed. You know, you're always disappointed every time we win, but our guys understand our situation too. You know, they know that Brandon didn't play. They know that Sean B didn't play. They're the 2 of our leading scorers. One of our best assist man, one of our best rebounders. They understand that. They know Junior's one of our most athletic guys. But you know, everybody goes through things as teams, you know, injuries and things of that nature. I said I was proud of the fight that the guys put up. Don't like the outcome because I want to win. But you know, I thought the guys came out and showed great spirit and a lot of character. It's about a really great team. Number 25, number 30, and number 22. Took turns. Yeah, they took turns with all of them. That's what you do when you beat.
Yeah.
You know, look at the turnovers. Yeah, I mean, the numbers were, they had 15, but they had 14. Points off turnovers was a wash. So I don't think that was a factor. And obviously, you'd like to have a lower number. But just in the course of this ball game, it's just the way the game was played.
Without, you know, guys down with injuries, you know, a lot of dudes did a lot of good things. The coach did a great job of, you know, being the general of our team. And I think we're all definitely hurting. And we all know that we gave, you know, our 110% effort, and we're close to turning that corner. And I think on Wednesday we're going to really come out and get that win. I just kind of just play basketball. I think the past couple games, past couple weeks, I've been thinking too much. took this last couple weeks to kind of really like reevaluate myself, figure out what I was doing that was really inconsistent, and I just went out of my way off the court to find a really routine that I can do daily, every single day, and be consistent with, and that just showed on the court. So I have to continue to be consistent with that off the court. And I think that will have positive results going through forth with the rest of the season. Yeah, definitely feeling the game, knowing the first couple minutes where I'm be able to get my shots, trying to see the weaknesses of a team, and just trying to exploit those every single time I come on the court. And once I start hitting shots, I know my teammates trust me, and they know I'm going to hit those shots. Even if I miss the first one, they're going to keep encouraging me to hit that second one. I think they did a great job doing that tonight. Oh yeah, definitely. Usually at times when if a smaller wing, I kind of like elevate over guys like that, take them to the post and create mismatch problems where you're going to have to double, and I can just play out of that and hit the open man on the weak side, or take them to the post and finish the target. The whole 40 minutes into overtime, with guys down, I think we really fought. We made sure that we weren't going to come out of this game without without throwing those last punches. I think we really fought, and we know we did. And obviously, we came out with a loss, but I think we have a positive attitude coming into this next game that we're going to give the same energy and the same 110% effort going into the next one.
Did you come in knowing you had to assert yourself, being down a few guys?
Definitely. I knew that this game was a game that I knew I had to come up and step up big. And guys were down, and I think dudes did a good job of giving me confidence and knowing that we need you to step up both on the defensive side and offensive side, and their confidence really just helped me get that boost that I needed. I think when they see me getting hyped and riled up, they kind of feed off that energy. And in those times of adversity in games where they might get 2 or 3 baskets in a row and we're struggling, at times it's a natural thing to just kind of get down and be upset. But I think me trying to be the guy to continue to give energy to the guys and make sure that they're doing the right thing, it really helps, and it helps me too in making sure I keep my confidence.
Well, I saw the first 2 go in, so that was the first one is always the one that has the most pressure on it. So after the second one, I went to the bench. Everybody's been positive, and just like any other free throw, you step up there, you hit it. So I was glad I was able to hit it tonight. The last 1.7 seconds, for sure. I think one coach has a big thing that you don't bother the free throw shooter ever. So you talk to everybody but the free throw shooter, unless you're being positive. So.
What you think as they launched that 3/4 court shot with 1.7 to go?
I was like, no way, man. I was like, no way that can go in. But it was a pretty close shot. So, hey, it was good to go into overtime. We just couldn't get it done.